and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we are doing another Hangout video. It's come around to that time already, and I've only got 3 figures on the shelf this time, and normally there's about 5. Unfortunately, I've been away doing a bit of busy stuff, work, and all sort of like real life stuff gets in the way, and obviously kind of funds as well. So I haven't got any second-hand figures and all that, and actually I'm not too sure what figures I want to get now. I'm kind of like up to date with a few figures that I want, even though I still want to sort of finish off a few of my larger figures, the builder figures as well, so stay tuned for those. So yeah, I've been away, done these kind of customs. I actually done MJ a long time ago, but I kept putting her off because I had other figures that I wanted to show off. And this guy here you might have seen on a short, and this guy, it was also on the Hangout last week. So looking at MJ, she's just a Mortimer Taggart head swap on here. Obviously I wanted a sort of civil kind of looking MJ, but a lot of people have been doing it. They've been doing the Mortimer Taggart kind of head swap, and I just thought, well, I want to bring a little bit more MJ to the actual figure itself. So I just painted the actual torso green and gave the skirt a flat black, doing a bit of masking tape around the top here, bringing up the boots as well. So it looks really nice. It actually brings a bit more of sort of her personality to the figure. I have tried to sort of like sand down the arms on here, but I was a bit lazy and used a scalping knife to like trim it away. This one worked out okay. I just need to sort of like cut off that little bit of tab there, unfortunately. This one's alright. I have done a matte spray over the top of it, so she can actually bend her elbows without actually scraping the paint. So I guess this side, if I am lazy, I could just put it on the shelf like this, and no one will know the wiser. But yeah, I think she looks good. It just adds that extra bit of personality to her. And looking pretty cool, to be honest with you. So now we can actually look at this guy here that appeared last week, and we can do his name reveal as well, and I'll go over some of the changes that I've used on the figure as well. So some of the changes that I have given him, I don't know if you remember, I'll put a picture up here as well. He was more black last week. His torso was more black, the shins are black. I didn't paint these bits and stuff, so I actually went away to the model shop when I was doing stuff for this other ARC Trooper here and got more of the grey, and just bringing it down, it actually just sort of like subdues it. With the black it was just too much. I kind of felt like he's a bit like a Harlequin, so I kind of whitened off his sort of like part here. I didn't go over with another coat, unfortunately, so it's just kind of dirtied it off a little bit more, but I'm okay with that. So he actually greyed off here, done the extra line down here to break it away, so that gives him the stripes here, there and down here, and mirrors it all the way through on the figure as well. I blued off the Kamara or the skirt, adding that extra triangle around and the 2 dots to coincide with these triangles on the side, and then obviously greying off his ammo pouchy parts here on the belt, greying off underneath his arms, giving that extra sort of ARC Trooper look, and even on his shins as well. So I think it just adds that extra to it. I actually like him more now than I did before, because last time I was just a bit like, it's hard to get that kind of like contrast. Spider-Man does it, Superman does it, but when you try and actually do a red and a blue kind of thing yourself, it always looks like way too heavy or not. But yeah, I'm really happy how this one's actually turned out. So thanks to you guys last week for commenting on the videos, and also the like comments part as well, when I asked if you would please give this guy a name. There's quite a few nice ones out there, and honourable mention was Commander Tok. I really like that, because obviously, as you know, this guy's kind of like based on my logo, which the logo is actually based on the watch bezel, because I'm into my watches as well, and it's purely on this one here, which is the Pepsi GMT. This is a Pagani design one. I would love a Rolex, but you know, but yeah, looking really cool on here. We've got the blue and the red, and then got the triangles, and that all kind of matches down on this part. And this bit that spins around is called a bezel, and thanks to Bontacular Productions and Jonathan Hampshire, I'm actually going to name this guy Commander Bezel of the 618th Battalion. And the reasons for that is because a lot of people were commenting on the sort of like the numbers on the side, and again, and they're like the numbers either side of the watch. We've got 6 and the 18, and then obviously the 6 and the 18. So yeah, 618th Battalion, Commander Bezel, and yeah, loving him now, and he can actually match up with his brothers and then put him on the shelf. And there's one thing I completely forgot about this guy, and I was absolutely annoyed that I did was I forgot this guy inside actually has a Tamara Morrison head, and it's sort of like painted in a fleshy colour on the inside, and I could have gave this guy a removable helmet. So I was so annoyed. But this guy that I have done here is a 212 battalion, and yeah, looking absolutely fantastic. I just kind of went off and gave him my own design on this part here, and thanks to another guy that commented last, which was Commander Rotal, said about doing a 212 battalion ARC Trooper, and straight away it struck a chord. I was like, yes, I need to make one. So I've done a short the other day. I've actually done and recorded the whole thing, and I weren't too sure whether to do a tutorial video on it, because obviously this isn't an upgrade. It's not like making a custom kind of known clone trooper. This is like my own. But if you want to know, if you want me to do a tutorial on it, then I can actually put that video all together, or I might just keep it there and I might just bring it out at one point if I haven't got a video sort of to release. So yeah, looking at the guy and go through his actual details on this part as well. He's actually fireworks are going off, gotta love him. But yeah, it's just straight away on this guy I kind of gave him these extra dashes. Yes, it kind of looks like the last clone I've done. But I kind of took inspiration from all the 212s on there. So I've actually got the traditional kind of yellow lines coming up underneath, or orange. We've got the lines coming down here, which is traditional to the Phase 1 212, down with the orange pads and the orange hands as well, and these little lines inside. But also to the airborne squad as well. They have these sort of lines on their chest. I've got one on this side, I've got one of the lines on his knee pad as well. Not this side, it's just that side. And then we have them on this part as well. So yeah, looking across, we've done the pauldron, done the helmet, just a normal standard design around on here. We've painted all the extra parts around, done his pauldron as well, and then down to his Kamara, I've done a black eye over the top, leaving these bits white, but also then painting these with gunmetal and whatnot, and then down to his shins as well. So yeah, quite a traditional and easy custom to make. Obviously I've still got to go around, you can still see some red parts on there, but it still needs a little touch up here and there. But this was the actual Fordo that I actually reviewed on the channel, and with that, I think because it was like summertime, his helmet came off really easy. So this guy's actually got a removable helmet, and I haven't actually painted his face. This is the actual original colour of the actual mould that it was in. All I've done is actually paint his hair black, kind of sort of dried brush his eyebrows, so it just kind of catched it on there, and I painted his eyes as well, which is probably like the best eyes I've done for something this small, even though they are slightly adjacent. But I don't know, maybe he's got a bit of a wonky eye there, because I have given this guy the name Commander Scar, and that's kind of down to his helmet on this part here. I don't know what it is, I'm not too sure, but I love a scar on a clone trooper helmet. I think it looks hard as nails. I mean, it looks fantastic, to be honest with you, and looking pretty good. The only thing I wish that I did actually do was when I actually done the orange, I didn't really put it to the other guys. I kind of did a sort of like a nod in the dark and had a look. So the orange is just slightly off compared to my Waxer and Boyle that we have on the side here. And obviously we can bring in Commander Cody that we have done on Phase 1 as well. And yeah, just loving these guys. I actually love the 212. I didn't know why I even thought of it. So thanks to the shout out from trying to make this guy, because 212 is actually my favourite battalion. I should actually make more because yeah, it is my fave. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining me on this one. Again, comment down below, subscribe, follow me on Instagram where you see more pictures of these guys very soon, and I'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye.